So as you guys probably know, Jailbreak's getting an update this weekend, and it's gonna be a pretty good one, alright? So we already know that we're getting ourselves the new Blade drone vehicle over here. That thing is gonna be replacing the old Blade over here that got deleted, alright? So you might have noticed that there's like a hole in the 1M place here. What the heck is going on with the vehicle? That really needs to be fixed as well. And this hole, it used to contain a vehicle called the Blade. If you remember the Blade, then you are an OG Jailbreak player. If you don't, then, well, that's kind of sad. But, you know, basically there used to be a Blade here. And this Blade was a pretty good vehicle, alright? You could like fly around pretty decently faster than this thing over here. And you could like get 6,000 cash from the power plant. It was amazing. But then it got yeeted about a month ago. And ever since it got yeeted, we just have never had the Blade vehicle here. Okay, so it's about time we get ourselves a new Blade. And that new Blade is basically this drone right over here. Okay, it looks something along the lines of this. And you can see over here, it's pretty good looking. All right, we got the propellers. We got, you know, the doors that go up. We have ourselves, you know, the internal. Oh yeah, this is like a flying car basically. You could say that, or you could say it's a drone. But yeah, looking pretty darn sweet. So you probably know this drone's gonna cost $1 million cash, because of course it's spawning at the 1 million place here. What about a more affordable car? Because Asimo did also say a more affordable car is coming this update as well. So you probably know about another vehicle here, okay? This one over here is gonna get yeeted as well and get replaced. And that vehicle is, in fact, the duck car. The Porsche 918 or whatever it's based off of. Yeah, this thing's going bye-bye, alright? Goodbye, duck car. You served us decently for the amount of time you were at the museum. You are a great museum getaway car. But it's about time that we replace the duck car, okay? And that duck car is getting replaced by an even looking cooler Porsche over here. Not as duck looking as the other one, but yeah, look at this thing. Looks a lot more modern than the other one. The other one was chonky and looked like a duck. So yeah, you can see it has an interior now with a steering wheel. Well, to be fair, this Porsche had an interior as well, but it was like nowhere near as good. And yeah, you can just... This was bad, alright? This was like 2017 car, okay? This car was released in May 2017, if I remember correctly. It's a really old one, so it's about time it gets replaced with a new one here, okay? And this thing is gonna be ridiculously amazing here. And we're also getting ourselves a new gun store thing, alright? So, if you come over here to the gun store, alright, let's go ahead and use this duck car and get on all the way over here, okay? The gun store, it's a little bit interesting, alright? Here's the thing. Right now, if you want to get yourself some guns, alright, you gotta come on this way and hold E on the stuff here, okay? You gotta do stuff like that. The new gun store is, instead of, you know, holding E, it's gonna be a menu, and you can equip and unequip guns in here, and it's gonna be absolutely freaking fantastic. Basically, instead of the guns here, there may be like an NPC here. You show up, and then like, boom. There's gonna be like a menu, looks something like this. You can like scroll through, pay for a gun, equip it, free, you know, unequip it, all sorts of good stuff. And it's gonna be a huge improvement over the E-Circle one, because instead of holding E and hoping that it gets the right gun, you can actually click and like scroll and get the right gun like that, alright? Much more consistent, much more reliable, and hopefully a lot better than the E-Circles, okay? So, we have ourselves the new Blade. We have ourselves the new duck car. And also, the new guns. I feel like the next few ones here are going to be the most important ones. But before we get into those, make sure you guys come over here and check out the Bacon Air plushie into this link in the description down below. Also, there's a salad one as well. So, yeah, just check them out. Link in the description down below. So, what is this last, like, item that is just ridiculously amazing? It is none other than Robbery Cash Tiers. So, right now inside of a Robbery, okay, you know how it's like, you know, we have bigger duffel bag and, like, no bigger duffel bag. Basically, if you have the bigger duffel bag, you get, like, almost double the amount of cash from the Robbery. If you don't have a bigger duffel bag, you get, like, just standard cash. And bigger duffel bag costs, like, 350, 400 Robux, something like that. So it's not the cheapest game pass. So Asimo's gonna, you know, fix that problem. Essentially, instead of having one huge, you know, thing where it's like, you know, either 2,000 cash at jewelry store or 5,000 cash at jewelry store, it's gonna be, you know, tiers. There's gonna be 4 of them, to be precise. So that means it's gonna be something like, you know, tier 1 is going to be the base tier, which is going to be, you know, 2,000. Then tier 2 is going to be like 3,000. Tier 3 is like 4,000. Tier 4 is maximum tier 5,000. Something like that. Not sure if that's going to be the case. But it's basically going to be divided up like that, alright? And obviously, you know, that means the total one is going to be the equivalent of the current Game Pass. You know, you're going to get the highest tier if you have the current bigger duffel bag. So that means, you know, each of the 2, 3, and 4 is going to be roughly 100, 125-ish Robux to get each tier. That way it will average out to about roughly 300 through 400, something like that, Robux at the end. And you can also see here that we're getting a new GUI for the bank and the jewelry store. You can see bank closes in 29 seconds. Very interesting indeed, alright? Right now, the current one is like still the same thing from 2017. It's like that dark green money icon thingamajigger. Yeah, that thing is old and really needs to be replaced. So we have ourselves the robbery tiers, okay? Now here's my question. How will it work in museum? How will it work in power plant and the boat and plane? Because they are a little different, alright? Museum. You know, right now it's 5 out of 8 or it's either 5 out of 5 or 8 out of 8, alright? It's probably going to be 6, 7, and 8 in between, alright? And then also we have ourselves the power plant. Power plant does not follow the Game Pass at all. Neither does the boat or the plane. They just, you know, give whatever money they feel like and doesn't matter what Game Pass you have. So I'm not sure if those are also going to be affected here. Maybe we can have like different starting out tiers at the power plant. That would be interesting. Then at the plane as well. Or each like, you know, thing will have a better multiplier of the money or something like that. That would be amazing though, honestly. Plane cash multiplier. Because it's going to be weird for the plane because you have to like rob 1 crate. And you can't just rob 1.5 crates, you know what I mean? It just doesn't work like that. So that's all cool and stuff, right? But it's not the reason why I'm really that excited. Because obviously I already have myself bigger duffel bag. But sure, maybe it will give you like more money in this game. I mean, to be fair, if you like, you know, have less Robux, it will give you more money. The more important thing is, we're finally getting tutorials. You don't know how long I've been waiting for an actual tutorial in Jailbreak. You know why? You know this thing called the museum, right? It's a really good robbery. It gives you like, what? 7,680 cash if you have all the game passes. That's a really good number, okay? Considering like, you know, bank and jewelry store only give like 5,000-ish like at most. The only issue though is, it is a 2-player robbery. Meaning that in a lot of public servers, unless you have a whole bunch of tryhards, probably not that many people that actually know how to rob the museum. And that's a big issue, because if you want a lot of money, you needed someone else to rob the museum with you. And you don't know how many times I'm like over here, and then like the guy just stands here like this, or he does like, you know, some wonky emote, just emotes in place, and doesn't hold E. Like, yeah, it's just so bad. That is why we need tutorial. Alright, we can have find and punch the electrical box, hopefully hold E at the museum to rob. Dude, we need it. We need a museum tutorial. Like 100%. There's so many people that just don't rob the museum. So I think if we basically just, you know, give more awareness to the museum to all the players, they'll probably learn how to rob it, man. It'll like solve all our museum issues. That's why I'm looking forward to it, man. I finally won't have to, you know, scream pull in the chat. Because screaming pull in the chat gets old. It's like boring and lame. People should be able to rob the museum after 2 years of it existing, right? You know what I mean? Like, even a newbie player shouldn't, like, take more than a week to figure it out. So yeah, this tutorial is definitely gonna help out a whole bunch of the newer players. And, you know, hopefully that reduces the skill gap in this game, right? The skill gap is quite huge. You got a whole bunch of, you know, try hard, like, gun glitcher combo, whatever you want to call it, to the new players that can't even walk, alright? It's just huge skill gap. Hopefully the tutorial solves that, man. It's gonna be absolutely wonderful if it does. At least, you know, it's like an effort to reduce the amount of people that can't, you know, hold E at museum, okay? Because we definitely need a lot more people holding E at museum, man. Hold E. Or everybody just hold E at the museum. It's like not that hard, right? Apparently it is. That's why the tutorial exists. So I have no idea where I just got flung. Alright, this brings me to another point. The anti-cheat in this game really needs some work, alright? It is ridiculously bad, alright? I'm gonna go and just spawn myself this vehicle and hope that I fall. This is ridiculous. Like, holy snap, man. How did I get up to there? Is it because my M12 molten UFO'd? I hope not, because yeah, M12 molten UFOing is a problem. So yeah, basically we have some more info over here. It's gonna cost the same to upgrade to the biggest bag, and it's just, you know, segmenting it. So that means, you know, people with less Robux can, you know, buy it in chunks, or, you know, if somebody buys 80 Robux, they can buy, like, the first one, then, like, the second one, then the third one. Something like that, alright? Tiers are Robux based, just like the Game Pass, alright? Not gonna be, you know, money. Because I know everyone was expecting the money thing, alright? Because, you know, they're like, making a change, it better cost, you know, just in-game money. No Robux, okay? Like, you know, the vast majority of people on Roblox don't really have that much free Robux, alright? So, they would want it to be, you know, free to play as much as possible. But, you know, it doesn't make sense for it to be free to play because the old one is, you know, Robux. So it makes sense for the new one to be Robux as well. But yeah, I think that is basically it for the new update here. We have ourselves new Blade vehicle, new convertible, new gun shop, and most importantly, tiers of robbery money, and also the tutorial. Dude, tutorial is gonna be a game changer, man. Hopefully that means a lot less clueless random dudes, alright? Because, yeah, that would, you know, help out those players quite a bit. We'd have people holding E on the museum. I really hope the museum's part of it, man, just saying. Because if it's not, then we're gonna be stuck with people not holding E in the museum. So 1 like equals 1 player learns to hold E in the museum. If you guys enjoyed this, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Do you guys like this update, or do you think it's, you know, a little bit like lackluster in like nature or something? What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Use star code BACON when you buy Robux or Premium. Check out the merch link in the description down below. Join my Discord link in the description as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.